meeting regarding the forthcoming election for Onitsha North 1 state constituency coming up on the 18th of August. I think that we have a very sensitive situation to deal with here. For me, this is not just an ordinary election. It's a combination of justice, a combination of fairness, because as much as I'm not against anyone who is aspiring to that position from any political parties, I think for a matter of conscience, this election should be carried out beyond political party. For anyone who strongly, fully want to run against that widow of that young man, it is the highest level of insensitivity on the part of the individual or the political party. I've never met that young man, but I was touched by the circumstances of his death to attend his funeral. And on that day, obviously, I paid my condolence to this young wife. I really could not hold my emotion. I admire her for summoning up the courage to come up to complete the tenure of her husband. And thanks to those who were able to advise her so. So for that reason, I really think that if she had made up her mind, like we have all seen, it does not matter the political party she's running in. The only way we have to show the spirit of that innocent young man who was murdered cold-bloodedly, that we care, and that the spirit will rest in peace, is to support the wife to go and complete his tenure. This is not just about politics. We have done that in Anambra, in my own local government, Idemili North. There was a time a very promising young man, Honorable Tony Mbewaneze, dropped dead and died during his tenure as our state assembly member. It happened at Igwezola. Great man. He's like a father to me. The next day when I had gone to him to pay my condolence, I just did not know what to do to show this man that he's not alone in that tragic death. Though that guy was not his son, but a nephew who was like, or more than a son to him, was like his first child. And I was inspired by something to say, well, why can't we allow the wife to go and run to complete his tenure? For him, it was like, declare where it is coming from. How come? Who will do? Now why, now so, man, she's in mourning. Say, when you are the traditional law of this time, if you say bonso, that's your prerogative. All I want you to do is to let her run. I mean, it sounded impossible and strange to him. He said, think about it. Long story, he came back to me and said, can you repeat that thing? I said, how come? I said, well, I know I'm not a member of APCA, I know you are not. But I think that we all have conscience. I was then a strong PDP leader stakeholder in Idemili North. So he said that if you would want to let her go, I will give other people the reason to give her ticket. And I will assure you, no other political party, including PDP, will field a candidate against her. To call long story short, Abuga people not minding that there were over 8 people already aspiring for that seat. I reached out to leaders within that area. I made it clear to them that this election should not be about ambition. It should not be about politics. It can only be about respect to the dead, show of value and support to this young woman. It was hard for them to believe. One of the leaders had to come to my house and kneel down and say, Dikora, we are committed to all these people who are running for this election. I asked him to either choose his money benefit or his conscience, but I will not be part of it. If you dare choose another candidate that is not this woman, I, Dikora, will put up a candidate and I'll fight with everything I have. But if you chose her, I can assure you wouldn't have any candidate for PDP to oppose her. And eventually they saw reason with me. She was given the ticket and she ran that election practically unopposed. And she became the winner of that election and completed her husband's tenure. And that was it. I'm imploring people of Anambra, Onitsha, North 1 constituency to go back to their meeting room and call meetings of their sons and daughters. They are not running against this young woman. They are running against the spirit of their husband. I'm not a member of our party. Even if the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria allows an independent candidate, and she had run as an independent candidate, we all owe the spirit of our husband responsibility and duty to support her in that position. We from Anambra have culture, we have values. It's insensitive. So whether it is the government of the day, whether it's other political party, it's still a good time for people to negotiate who goes next time. And if anyone who will understand this my message and see the need to reconsider her position or his position, I will encourage the people of Onitsha North 1 to consider that candidate as the next candidate for the next election in 2027. But one easy way to show this justice that we could not do anything about is that he has not been immortalized for any reason. Maybe it's from one wrong political party. One way we can say, may your spirit to rest in peace, is to support his wife to go and complete his tenure. That is my personal opinion. I have no vote to cast in Onitsha North 1 state constituency, but I am a bona fide stakeholder of Anambra State. I know our cultures, I know our values, and then whatever I do, whether it's politics or business, I must uphold that. Even God will be happy for us and for whoever will do that. Let's not stress this woman. I don't know how she's going about her campaign, but I'm inspired and touched, to answer the way I'm answering this question. Because I've seen her boldly in her campaign photographs and posters with her morning dress. What if it were to be her wife during the morning mood and this morning you, because we'll all die one day, and somebody will want to take from her what she thinks she needs? Because it's Ajaduwan. Taking this position from this Ajaduwan because you are the government of the day, you have more resources so you can do more political abracadabra more than that, is in any way like depriving anyone to any Ajaduwan what she wants, whether it's her land, whether it's blood for some a husband's inheritance. As at today, the inheritance of the State Assembly young man who died is that his position. It's his inheritance. So anyone who is contesting that position with his wife, his widow, is fighting his own the inheritance the husband left. Because if the husband wants to be alive, this is a position he fought with nothing, went to the law, the judiciary system, and was declared the winner. It still belongs to him until he goes to someone else. So let us not take inheritance. I can do one from her. I admire her for her courage, and I hope God will see her through. And for us in Anambra State, that we should start considering that all must not be politics. We gotta be sensitive to things that we need to think about. So I appeal to Onitsha people. I hope this is not intended to truncate anyone's ambition, but I believe that what is good, and what is fair, is fair. And in this case, the only way to say to justice, may your soul rest in peace, is to ensure his wife inherits his inheritance. Thank you very much.